fool yourself, folks. Follow the plan.
Thanks, Alan. And one way to look at that, and we talk about this when we talk to other people, is if you're making 5 cents for every click that comes to your site, I mean, how many clicks of those do you want? As many as you can get. So it's okay to pay 10 cents if you're making 15 every time somebody clicks. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we spend the term paid ads, and we get paid for ads. Yeah, they don't cost us money. We get paid. So why you would not want to get paid and why you would not want to do that a ton is, don't get that one. But Harlan's right. So cool.
Okay, and how is the training carried out? Is it online? Go to webinar? Go to meeting?
I can answer that, guys. We set the training up in a format. It's online, and the training's available when you come into the group. We do a question and answer call once a week, and we have a Facebook members area where you can ask your questions pretty much on demand, and people will answer them. So that's how the training is delivered. It's in multiple weeks, and there's quite a bit of content in there. There's probably, there's hours and hours of content in there, but it's not overwhelming. It's delivered in a way that kind of cuts through the crap so that you can just focus on what's going to make you money. And Casey and Michael do a phenomenal job of that. And they're around to answer your questions, so that's how it's delivered.
Okay, and does the training also have recommendations as far as themes? Is mostly everything on WordPress? Do you have recommendations for hosting? That kind of thing.
Yeah, we cover all that stuff. And so, like Casey said earlier, I mean, really, you don't need to have any knowledge at all in terms of website. It's pretty basic and simple, and we cover all that in the training.
Yeah, I think Kyle can go into more detail, but when you sign up, we include the exact theme we recommend you to use.
Easy, Turbo. That's a bonus for quick action takers. Not everybody gets that. Go down over there.
Oh, well, giving away the house here. Yeah, he's giving away the house.
Hopefully there's some quick action takers then.
Yeah. But yes, even regardless of that, you get to see everything, how the themes are laid out, plugins, et cetera, et cetera. So all of that is laid out, so you're not guessing like, well, what is my site supposed to look like?
Yeah, and you don't have to be techie. I mean, Kyle couldn't even get on the webinar tonight, and he can do it. So, I mean, you don't have to be techie.
Okay. And what about someone who's banned from AdWords or AdSense?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I've never really dealt with that myself. Maybe Kyle and John, you guys can elaborate on that. But I know there's ways to get accounts. I don't know the answers really myself. Do you guys know how to do that?
Here's the deal. AdSense is not Google AdWords. And so I have had many of my Google accounts disabled, and I think a year and change ago, we were doing some content type stuff, testing, and we were able to get a Google AdSense account, no problem. So, I mean, you don't use your email. What I would recommend is setting up your new, or your current site if it's not new, and whatever your new domain is, making your John at mycompanyemail.com, whatever your words or your domain is, and then just applying for a new AdSense account like that. All they're going to do when you apply to AdSense is take a look at your content and make sure that your page is good and legit, and go from there. But yeah, I don't think they're really. Clearly, it wasn't an issue when I did it, so it shouldn't be an issue for you.
Okay, and does each slideshow need its own website?
No, everything's all on the same website. It's just a different page on the site.
Okay, and there's definitely some people getting anxious to know how they can get involved.
Okay, awesome. So that's where I come in. Here's the way this project works. If you're interested in having a conversation with us about working in the training and learning what some of Harlem's people have already begun to discover, then you go to onlineheavenproject.com. You fill out the application form, talk about why you'd be a good fit for the training, and then you'll automatically have the opportunity to set up an available time. Those times are first come, first serve. So you set up those times, and we'll have a conversation and see if we're a mutual fit. We don't take everybody into it. That's a fact. We don't have the capacity to take everybody in. We just don't have the time. And not everybody's a good fit for us. So if, fill out that application, let us know why you would be a good fit and what you're excited about with the project, and set up your appointment, and then we'll chat tomorrow and the next day and see if you are a good fit. Marlon, do you have anything additional?
Actually, Brian, you're in the program. Do you have a mic with you? Type in if you have a mic, Brian.
Yeah, I forgot Brian was on here.
He's looking for a mic.
Aren't we all? Really enough mic to go around on this place.
Mike. All right, Brian, you are unmuted. You joined the program at Super Science Live. What do you think so far? Are these guys telling the truth? Are they pulling everybody's leg? Is this for real? You've been through the training. You're setting up your site. What's going on?
Yes, I mean it's easy to follow, very easy to understand, and as long as you follow the instructions, you'll get good results. At least it's worked for me that way so far.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian.
No problem.
Can you
Keep up the
expand
great work. Thanks.
on your results?
We're just getting it built out now, but we're having some good initial results now.
Awesome.
So we're starting to see, I mean, it's going positive. So yes.
Great. Congrats.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Brian. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I can tell you, again, I'm a big believer in this. This is not something that's going away anytime soon. This is, I don't mean the offer, I mean the model that they're talking about. This model is going to be around more and more investors. There was a story that just made the rounds the other day about a guy who he started a site about pet food. He started a site about pet food direct. And the goal was to get people to buy pet food from him. And there are lots of people going into this business. Well, he discovered that he really liked playing on Facebook and getting people to a site. And he started veering away from pets and pet foods and just getting people all excited on Facebook. And Pet Food Direct became a site. He started making more money from advertising than he did from pet food. Then he said, the hell with it, I'm starting from the ground up. He has a new site. And it's called Little Things, and people are investing millions and millions of dollars in his site because they want to be part of this model. What they are doing is virtually no different that you are going to learn. You will be in the same league as someone like that. What you do is you scale. That's the secret for a little guy to get started is scale. Invest 50, make 75 or 100. Get that money back, invest 100, make 200, and going up. That's exactly how they do it. The only thing is, you're not going to be doing a lot of testing like they did because you've got the format. They're going to set it up for you. It's really kind of simple. Someone said that the content looks simple. Yeah, it looks simple, but it's working. It's a model that's really working.
Awesome. Thank you, Harlan.
Okay. So how do they sign up? Is there a link for them to go to?
Yep, it's onlineheavenproject.com. They go and they sign up there. They can set their time automatically. Don't forget to set up a time so that you'll be redirected to a calendar page where you just set up.
Can you type that in? Kyle, beat everybody to it. Okay,
Yep.
it's right. Well, Kyle, you sent that to the organizers instead of to everybody.
Well, in case any stuff wanted to sign up.
This guy doesn't know much about geography, okay, or history.
There we go, Harlan.
Everybody, onlineheavenproject.com. Click that link and set up. And basically, what you're going to do is you're going to have a chat with one of these guys, and they're going to find out either this is right for you or it's not. They're not here to twist your arm. They're not here to sell you anything. They're here to see if you're a good fit for the program. This is an investment, and they're really looking to talk to people and weed out people who say, well, you know, I want to do it this way instead of that way. I don't want to use paid advertising. I want to light red candles and chant and get people to the site that way. Those are not the people that they want into the program, whether you can afford it or not. They want people who are willing to say, you know what, I've heard and seen the evidence. These guys know what they're talking about. I'm committed to doing it. If you're willing to follow the plan, then do it. But if you're not willing to follow the plan exactly as they lay it out, okay, they'll give you suggestions of niches. They'll give you lots of ideas. You don't have to do celebrities, but they will tell you what will work and what won't work. Now, I'm not ashamed to tell you that I posted my idea for a site in there my first day in the group, and they said, Harlan, you know, we're not sure that that's going to work. We wouldn't do it. So I refined my site and gave examples, and they went, yeah, that will work. But my original ideas, everybody shot down. They said it's not going to work. So you will get feedback on it, and you can start low. But the key is go through it and build. And ultimately, people always go, well, how many sites can I do? The answer is you only need one. Okay? You don't need more than one. Just do one site. So go and John, could you go to onlineheavenproject.com and show them what they're going to fill out when they get there?
You bet. You bet.
It's a little risky typing in your search bar. You never know what's going to come up there.
I guarantee it. Well,
Especially starting.
lots of research, guys. Lots of ad research. I spend millions of dollars in ads. That's what that is. Yeah. So you just get this right here, and you're going to give us your name. Tell us a little about your current online business. Do you have a URL that we can take a look at? What you're currently making, if anything. Your target revenue, what your target would be. Obviously, if you want to make $500,000 a month and someone else wants to make $5,000 a month, there's going to be different advice dispensed. We'll chat a little bit about why would you be a great training, and then give us the time to what time zone are you in and your Skype ID, so that we can chat. And that's what they're going to fill out, Harlan.
And then when they fill that out, they'll go to a calendar, which they can actually book a time to talk to one of us. So make sure you go through that part so you can reserve your spot. And again, there's no hard pitch or anything. It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
Are there any more questions, folks? own our own business. Yes, this is yours. This is entirely yours. How will we be connected to you? You won't. They'll be your teachers. How much money to get started? You could start with $50 a day. Any other questions? How do you get the content? The content is in a membership site. The Super Site Formula 16 contains everything that's in the program. No, it doesn't. It contains a lot of it. John's talk, similar to John, gave away a lot more there than he did do tonight. Does it contain everything? No. Can you figure it out from there? Yes, but you won't get the layout and stuff from there. I don't think he gave that away. One thing that he did not do, and I did not do out of courtesy, is I did not show their site or reveal that site. That would be rude. They spent a lot of money on investing in it. There are strategies I talk about in Super Site Formula Live that will enable you to do this. However, I did want to connect you with the masters here. And at Super Site Formula Live, a bunch of people, even though they had gone through virtually the entire seminar, decided that they wanted to jump aboard, and you heard from one of them. And there are other people who are doing it. How many people are they accepting? I didn't hear them say that there's a number. This isn't a competition. This is just, are you a fit or not? Okay, people asking the same question. The form isn't loading on that link. Well, he just typed it in. Guys, all of you asking how much it cost, that's not the question of how much it costs. The question is whether it's right for you or not. If you're successful online and making money, then maybe you don't need this. But if you're not successful online because you're frustrated by all the things that John mentioned at the beginning, then maybe you should go ahead and fill that form out. It doesn't cost you anything to fill out the form. The only thing that you miss is you miss the opportunity to have an interesting conversation and discover whether it's for you. The headline and 2 lines are loading, but not the form. Maybe they're getting a little too much traffic now. Go back there a little bit later, or just hit refresh, or use a different browser. And you have to type in the URL. The link in the webinar is not live.
I just clicked on the link from the webinar and it went for me, so it might just be overloaded right now, Harlan.
Yeah,
I just did too. I clicked the link and it loaded, and a second later, first I got the headline and whatever, and then a second later the form loaded. So it definitely worked for me.
So keep trying, guys, if it's not letting you through here.
I feel like I ought to be in a phone room, you know, like the lines are jammed, keep trying.
Any more questions? And Pete said it's blocked by ad blocker. Okay. Please share the link another time.
You could just copy it down.
There it is. OnlineHeavenProject.com. You can click that link. Okay. If you have an ad blocker, disable it. Okay. Are there any other questions?
If you're an advertiser with an ad blocker, that's bad karma.
Okay, well, we got one question from Robert. He wants to know if the tasks can be outsourced.
Yeah, 100%. What's
They
the
also
kind
they actually go through showing or talking about how they went through their outsourcing system too. So they do show you how that works.
Yeah, we kind of go into how to outsource and where to find those people, how to properly test different people to outsource to. But yeah, it's we definitely recommend that you yourself go through the whole training and then begin to outsource it. But yeah, you could outsource it within a few weeks and be making money in Mexico for the rest of the year.
The questions are dying out, folks. Last questions. This is it. Can you give
Oh,
us,
somebody asked.
all right. Can you give a slideshow different than celebrities? There are a bunch of different things. You could do the funniest dog photos ever. Okay?
That would do good too, probably.
Yeah.
The 10 funniest things kids have ever said.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of different niches. Men's interests, sports,
Best beaches from around the world you've never heard of.
do-it-yourself projects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we cover that in the training as well.
Yeah, there's a celebrity definitely does well, but there's about 10 other niches that you can go after. At least. Yeah, or more, but that are scalable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I'm gonna go get some dinner.
All right. Well, it looks like we're just getting the same questions repeated. So, folks, John, Kyle, Chris, thanks for coming. Casey, thanks for coming aboard. And Michael.
Oh, Michael, we don't care about him.
I don't even see Michael. Is he on?
I'm just saying, we have similar voices, so you probably think it's me the whole time, but we were taking turns talking.
You guys suck, okay? So, guys, thanks for coming aboard. We'll try and get this replay out to you as soon as possible. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. He didn't